Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and good afternoons. Okay, I just with your friend actually, but our attendance only 33 from 52. I'm not sure, maybe they have problem or others. So let we start our chapter 2. Okay, so in chapter 1 we have done, but you still need to read more and more based on our slide and books for the chapter 1. Also in chapter 2, I just pick up that's an important thing, but the rest you need to cover yourself in order to make understand on this topic. If you have problem, you are not clear certain thing, please ask in our WhatsApp group. Okay, in the chapter 2, we are cover on the topic operation strategy in the global environments. So this is our outline, it's okay. I just straightforward to other things. Okay, this is another examples. Okay. Okay, we start this. Okay. Okay, reason to global and as we in operations. So our class is actually the topic is operation management in order to handle and in operation, not just only operation, but other thing. But today we are focused on the operation management. Why we needs and involve and engage with the internationals and in the worldwide, sometimes we call that globalized. Okay. So for example, and we give example Malaysia. So Malaysia, we have material. And so we have agriculture, we have plantation and agriculture, we have manufacturing, we have provide good service. We have manpower, we have very good manpower in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge. So meaning that we have good manpowers, we have good in terms of materials, we have good in terms of technology. So we have machines, we have good condition in the financial and the money. But sometimes in order to fulfill many things to produce product or services, we need have collaboration, not just only for the national level, but for the internationals. So the number one is improve the supply chains. So we have specific chapter cover on supply chain. We have single chapter cover on supply chain, but I need to introduce why importance supply chains. So the basic understanding and meaningful in order to understand about the supply chain is about the triangle process. We call that input, process, and outputs. So in the first step is we call that the input. So we need to very clear and really understand what's the process. Specifically is operational process that we know that how that very important in what the really important in terms of the materials. Okay, that I'm highlight last week's. I give example the collaboration with Malaysia and India. Okay, we have Malaysia, we have good material in the palm oil, but India not enough and don't have the palm oil. So that's why we export our palm oils to the India. But in Malaysia, for example, I give example on the food industry, onion and bawang. So we actually Malaysia don't have enough onion. So that's why we need to import from the India. So India actually, they supply onion, but they receive palm oil from Malaysia. That's why we need some of the, we call that the collaborations. For example, the Arabic countries, they have many oil. But Malaysia, we have technology and very good manpower in terms of engineering, in terms of civils, in terms of management executive. So we have good in terms of manpower regarding on the skills and knowledge, plus we have very good technology. In order to develop the industry, oil industry in the Arabic country, So many companies and many consultants and manpower actually work in the Arabic country in order to develop the oil industry and oil and gas industry for the Arabic country. That's why the reason in terms of supply chains, we not just only cover on the materials, but also in terms of technology, social and technology, in terms of the what we call that manpower, or we call that workers, and also that another thing about the financials, about machines, and something like machines sound like the technology also. Okay, so that's why supply chain is really important. So that's why in terms of based on your assignment also, I believe that when you ask the certain expert, they also will be highlight in part of the input and process. So also the second one is about the process. So this is a part of the different, when you look at the success company from the company A or to company B and company C, we can see based on their process. So they have used different business strategy. They have certain thing, technology, they are invest. So they are very, some that industry, for me, for example, if I want to invest, I'm always think that I need to invest the manpower. Yes, of course, we need some workers, very good condition, a good thinker, good efforts. Okay, they have many ideas, very hardworking, so brilliance, so can integrate, can work together with the many peoples, easy to communicate, easy to understand, fast apply. So this is a very good in terms of manpower. So somehow that the industry invest the technology, but the most important thing, who the run the technology, who the person can apply that technology is most important. So that's why somehow that when we talk about the globals, and so another part we need to discuss is also on the process. So in terms of process, very basic, that we know that in order to apply the process, we need money. We need to money to buy a technology. We need to invest innovations, certain like machines, like equipments, and like a technology. So that we need to invest. We need the money to invest to use the current and innovations technology in order to make it our grow in terms of a process. Last one, we also can get the very good return or profit in the business business achievements. Okay, and then the output also is really important in supply chains. In order, if you want to request, or you want, we want to plan, we come out very good quality of the product or services. So that's why in supply chain always think about the integrations. Okay, if you come out, let's say you plan to reduce a cost, okay, then you use a materials, sound like very cheap material, then our quality is a moderate. Also, in part of the process, because you want to make it fast, okay, you not go through all the process. You go to fast process, but you not care each process in part of the production, for example. So will be effect on the quality. So when we talk about the quality, okay, so we have one chapter, and after this about the quality. So very important thing when we talk about quality, effect about time, and effect about money, about delivery and receiving, and also we discuss also and safety. So in this matter, if you want to increase safety, meaning that you need to increase time, you need to increase money, and what else? If you want to make it fast delivery, but you need use very high technology. If you want to receive certain item in tempat, to make sure all the item in a very good condition, you need to the screening. You need to check one by one. So when the item received, so the quality control, we need to check that all the items are actually received in the very, in terms of good quality condition. If you want to make it fast, you know, not check, you just receive whatever you are received from the supplier, suddenly you use in your production. So everything is about the calculate. So in order to be success in terms of production, so everything you need to very particulars. Yeah, I know that every production one going fast, But somehow when we not care, the process will be affect our output, and quality product or services will be effects. So we need to we need to produce very good product in order to deliver to the customer. So we need to increase customer satisfaction. Okay, that will become the process. Okay, so let's say personally you are actually students. You aim to get the 4 flats. Okay, so 4 flat is not just only for the final exam oriented. Yeah, I believe that you can read a books. You spend a lot of time to read a books, many books, to prepare for your final exam. But the most important thing, in order to carry 100 marks for your one subject, is not just only for the exam oriented. It's about the assignments. And assignment is total assignment. For example, the subject, 60%. So in 60%, we have specific rubrics. You need to fulfill that, how that you need to do some teamworks. You need to bring very good idea. You need to show your effort. You show your process. So it depends on the lecturer. Let's say I'm your lecturer. So for me, in order I give 60 mark, I put number 1 is efforts. If you not show your efforts, how that I can give you high marks? Okay, that's why we need to monitor certain thing, and certain way I need to monitor your assignment, that you need to show your progress and your efforts. So what is actually you have done in your assignment? So what is your somehow that we call that a challenge and risk in order to complete your assignment? So what is actually your efforts in order to solve and fulfill for our project? So I need some that we call that the family of effort. So hardworking is something like you have done your communication, so you show that you are actually in good in terms of teamworks, conditions and environment. So this is a very important, that in order to complete the process. Okay, when we talk about the supply chain, is about the process. So we will be specific cover on supply chain in other chapters. Okay, reduce cost and exchange rate risk. Okay, this is common. This is a common. When we discuss, when you learn about the subject operation management, reduce cost is our calculate. So somehow maybe, I'm not saying wrong, maybe when we learn about the subject management or marketing, so we always face the keyword about sales and sale revenues and profits. Okay, but the most important thing, in order to achieve profit, not just only from sales, total sales, is also depends on the total cost. Yes, you have many sales. Okay, you think that you get more profit, but the formula of profit actually sales minus cost. Okay, I give example lah. So we have two manufacturer, car manufacturer. Okay, we have A and B. Okay, so actually A, in terms of total sale, let's say we go example from A and B. For one A company or manufacturer, okay, can sells a car around, for example, I just make it a figure. Okay, 1,000 car for 1 day. 1,000 car only for 1 day. Okay, they actually the very good achievement, because the numbers of sale is quite high. Okay, yes, you in terms of sales, maybe you can see that, or this company or this manufacturer success. Okay, number 2 is company B. They are only sell around 200 and 80% difference. Okay, one company A sells 1,000 car per day. Company B only sells 200 car per day. So the difference between this company A and company B around 80%. Okay, in order to achieve a profit, we need to reduce a cost and reduce a cost. So reduce a cost, maybe this is just only to show the process. Okay, yes, for example, the price of car is 100 ringgit. Sorry, 100,000. Sorry, 1 unit per car is 100,000. Okay, the sale is 100,000, but the cost is actually 60k, 60,000. So 100 minus 60, your profit, your net is 40,000. Okay, 40,000. Okay, this company B is we make it flat price. Okay, also sell one car is 100K. Okay, but the cost only 20K, 20,000, 20,000. So meaning that their profit for one car is around 80,000. So different. The company A, 1 unit per car, when they are making sales, their profit only 14,000, but the company B, their profit is 80,000. Okay, how this difference? So based on the cost, something that happened in your life. Okay, okay, when you actually develop one product, for example, somehow that you invest many things. So that's why in the first way, I'm highlight regarding value added and non-value added. So you also increase your non-value added. So that not really important in your process, but you in your cost. But somehow that your what we call that, your cost per car will be increased. So in our life also, as the student also, you need to know that you need to differentiate between value added and non-value added. So we always think about total sales. We just increase and increase and increase the sale, but sometimes we forget to monitor and maintain your costs. Yes, your sale increase, but your cost also increase. In order to make it success, actually, the numbers is really important. But if in this case, if your numbers only 200 customer, okay, yes, the number is low compared to the company A, they receive 100 customers. But if you are actually sustain, okay, you care 200 customer and you provide good service, not just only during sales, but after sales. And then you have very good in terms of promotion after sales. Okay, you make it special price for the second items, or you know that to handle, to increase their customer satisfactions, that we call that marketing voice, mouth voice. Okay, that will promote with their family and other friends. Okay, that you will be increase the numbers of customer, yeah, a little bit of just a few figures, but consistently increase. That's really important. But in other ways, if you actually you have very good numbers, 100 customer, but somehow that we think that our company is good, our reputation is good, you may be less care your customer. Yeah, your numbers of customer will be reduced, little bit reduced. In this is not good condition. If your numbers of customer will be reduced, consistently reduced, that your company will be face very challenge in order to get back your customer expectations. Okay, somehow that this is really important. So somehow that if you have done study about the subject economic, so that's why it's really important in terms of customer and supply and demands. So you have done learn about the marketing subject. So we know that about what we call that, what is the markets, what is the customers, what is the supplier is sometimes itself. Okay, that in UPSI something different structured with compare with other university. If you ask your friend to the other university, operation management and strategic management in the final year subject. Because if you want to learn about the operation management or strategic management, you have done cover all the subjects. And difficult if you go to the class operation management, you don't have knowledge about the marketing, you don't have knowledge about economics, and you don't have knowledge about the financials. So in terms of operation management, we need to know that what we call that the ROI, return on investment, total assets, total sales. Okay, all the subject of management accounting, all the ratio matters about the overheads, about the inventories. So this matter you need to done before join this operation management, because in part of operation management, you need have very good knowledge in these matters. Okay. All right. Next, improve operations. So a part operation, the killer words. You need to remember that when you join in the operation, the one keyword you need still remember the word is Kaizen. or somehow that Kaizen is Japanese words. In Malay, we call that penambahbaikan berterusan. In English, we call that continuous improvement. So this part, okay, when we work in the Malaysia or Japanese from Malaysia, you can see that the Kaizen section. So time to time, you need to improve. That this one, the improvement will be calculated as your performance. Okay, for example, let's say you works, so your what we call that, the time routine is, for example, 8 to 5. But in this today, you need to back late, maybe 5:30. In the 30 minutes, you do some the kaizens. So because you face daily per daily, you face a daily operation, so you know that what type improvement you can be improved. So no need waits. Okay, if you face the Kaizen method, or we call that Kaizen events, you need to improve that time. Jangan tangguh. If you have faced that any potential to improve, no need to wait. Need to what you call that bureaucracy. You need go to the meeting. Need to management to approve, is something like that. So next we call that an operation. In operation, we less bureaucracy. No need to find that. So that's why if you have experience work in operation, we less depends on the manager or the leader. So somehow that kan, si borang kan, orang ni kena sign, orang ni kena sign, orang ni kena sign, to a lot of the bureaucracy. So operation, they are reduced the bureaucracy. For example, you're actually the lower production, the lower positions, meaning that you maybe we call that operator. So somehow operator also can make a decision makings. That's really important. Somehow that we learn about management, we have low level, we have middle level, we have top level. Somehow when we talk about the strategic management, we talk about the decision making, always in the position strategics. But in term of operation, no. If you are actually clerk, kerani, or you are actually operator, you also can be make it decision making, because the team leader or supervisor or engineer or manager will give you what we call that empowerments, penyerahan kuasa untuk membuat keputusan. If you the biggest decisions, and you just imagine that one manufacturer, so we have a lot of the process, you only position operator, the lowest position. If you face that your operation is not good, not good condition, there's something problem in your machine, you can stop a line. You just imagine that if you work in the governments, kan, okay, ni okay, kena sign oleh ketua jabatan kena sign oleh dekan kena pergi dekat akademik akan go through on the system, a lot of bureaucracy. So that's why how that somehow that student always that in not flexibility, or our government service is not improved, and but because we a lot of the bureaucracy, so less on the empowerment, less trust. So that's why if you work in the industry, is everything is going fast. Okay, why they are improved? We actually going fast, but not reduce the quality. We still increase the quality. Yes, we can make it fast, still increase the quality part also. So that's why we call that operation. Not just only think that, or if you want to going faster, will be effect on the quality. No. So that's why that we need to improve and improve. So somehow that this in my observation, if the service, not just only governments or on the private, when you not improve your operation, your service also stagnates and your production also stagnates. So we need to improve per daily. Okay. Understand market. So this one, I believe that everyone, if you learn about the economic and marketing also, international subject also, so you actually need what we call that update information in not just only national, but in the global. So that's a really important. Okay, so you need to understand that. So I'm quietly analyze certain countries. For example, near Indonesia is Indonesia. I monitor Indonesia. That I'm quite worried about Indonesia, they have numbers of workers is very high. There no issue in terms of manpower. So Malaysia, we have problem manpower. So that's why we need manpower from Indonesia. We need manpower from from others, and from India, from the China, from what else, Bangladesh, from Nepal, so others country also. And so these people share their expertise and energy, work in Malaysia. Okay, so in other ways, you can see that Singapore and Malaysia, how that Singapore using expertise from the Malaysia workers work in the Singapore. So we need to learn something. We need to learn something. Why Indonesia and work in Malaysia? Okay, but when you go to the Indonesia, you can see that their developments grow. When you go to the Singapore, a lot of developments, they are actually success country, but they are still need our manpower from Malaysia. From this triangle country, you can learn many things. Okay, if you can interpret the what we call that the material, the means, the technology and output, not just only Malaysia, but you need to learn from Singapore and Indonesia. From here, you can see that. So, for example, management student always using SWOT. And so you need to know that the strength Malaysia and Indonesia is something like that. So I give one words that actually Malaysia face a challenge. Ranking also we actually ready down actually entrepreneurs. So Indonesia, I think that they are going grow on the entrepreneur, but Malaysia still increase, but little bit somehow that we actually low, some are we are maintained, but when we talk about grow, Indonesia going grow. Okay, that a lot we can see that foreign investments and foreign investment, for example, UK, when we want to invest in the ASEAN, so which country they refer? They go to Indonesia. So Malaysia, we have a lot of the foreign company before. So certain year, they move. Where the country they move to Indonesia. We worry. One company international from one to another one company from in, they are actually choose a Malaysia, a very good marketplace. They move to Indonesia. Why and why? So we need to study. So why Singapore? So they have many countries they can spend their money to invest their manpower. They can take from Indonesia, they get from other country. Why they choose Malaysia? Why they love to invest and manpower from Malaysia? Because they believe that our skill and knowledge from Malaysia are increased. And our employees, we learn from at school, we learn from university. Actually, this subject is good conditions. Okay, really good spec. Okay, if you want to work in the Singapore, you can, or we call that fully use. So Singapore happy because whatever you learn, you learn from Malaysia actually mesh whatever Singapore needs, what the industry from Singapore needs. So that's why somehow that we need to learn. And the most important thing, if you work in the industry, so I believe that your head or your boss will be ask us so to make a decision making. Oh, so we have one project. So this project is, we call that international projects. So in terms of manpower, I need you do a research to identify how we can get very good manpower in order to handle this project. Yeah, if you HR department, of course, it's about the talents, about the workers, and how you about the recruitments. So this has become the international recruitments. Okay. Next, improve products. Yes, improve products. So that the words number 3, improve operation, improve product. So improve product is always in part of the customer. Operation is what we can see the defect. So we need to reduce the defect. Oh, so this material is waste. We need to reduce the waste. Oh, so this is spend a lot of money about the transportation, a lot of money about the inventory, how to reduce the inventory and the transportation. But in order to improve the product, is actually strategic feedbacks. Okay, if you want to sell a product, so customer give the comment, give critics, give suggestion. That's really important. So that's why when we study about the worldwide situation, that Malaysia, we not diversified the strategy to handle of the customer. Okay, yeah, somehow that yes, but maybe that my word is not fully utilized. So we always that we sell a product, so After that, we care the product, we come out a database. Yeah, yes, it's really good. You need to database. This part we do, and database customer. Okay, and how that database comes customer that because we need to care our customer, then we need to promote another product. Okay, that's matter you do. That's we call that promote another product. But somehow lacking, we actually not study what we call that customer requirement and customer needs. And okay, somehow the really good database is actually what's the customer needs and requirement. Somehow, for example, you are actually teenagers, right? So we have a lot of ideas, but somehow the ideas is not equivalent in terms of numbers of customer. And let's say I'm produce one product, okay, so I'm develop new products. So target segmentation is for the female teenagers and female teenagers. So let's say in terms of color, okay, I love color green and black. So color kegemaran saya hijau dan hitam contoh, okay. So I'm also produce my product is in the black, in the green, but I'm not study what the customer needs from the female teenagers. So if I'm study the color maybe pink, just example pink, purples, and something like what we call that red, light reds. Okay. So if I'm study in this method of the customer requirement, I can be produce that color, specific color from the customer demands. That will be effect. This become effect your items in terms of sale also. Okay, this part also reduce the cost. And then we always think that somehow lah ada product yang somehow that kita dah color hitam, lepas tu kita tukar color lain. But this increase the cost. You change a color codes. Okay, they has actually increase the cost. Okay. All right. The next one, the number 6 is attract and retain global talent. So that's why this one I don't know how that this area I'm always if you refer in the social media and you go to the YouTube, I don't know how that what actually you search from your YouTube, but if you have time, try to explore about the global talent. Just keyword global talents. Okay, a global talent, of course lah, in YouTube the highest global talent is about entertainment. So please check also other things about the business, about economics, about the operation is somehow that which country is very expensive, which country is the cost is very low. Okay, why Malaysia difference? Okay, strategy from previous one after 14 years, after 15 years in Malaysia. So so others country analyze. So others country analyze. So this is we need to admit lah. And in Malaysia, if you are from others international, the weaknesses from Malaysia is about the politics. Our weaknesses Malaysia is politicals. So it is others country they want to face and we want to compete in Malaysia. So we know that our trait and weaknesses is about politicians. Okay. So in how that in Malaysia they have talents. So this is everyone should be admit in Malaysia. What is actually talent? It's workers' talents. We are actually student. You learn many things, learn subject. So 1 year, 2 years, second, third year, and fourth year, you done your degree. So start from your school, you learn many things. So every world in the global believe that Malaysia have very good talent in terms of focus. But somehow that they have options. They have two options. So if they hire talent from India, they hire talent from Malaysia, which one the cheaper? This is a business. So that's why they are actually everything they are measure and calculates. Okay, but right now in Malaysia also that we are actually the chosen of the country in order to remain power. So you can see that Malaysia have Malaysia workers in UK and in German, France, and you can see in Australia and US also, and in Japanese also. And okay, so we actually capable, our employees are talent capable to work with the global and giant industries. Okay, But in Malaysia also, so we need to find. So not others country look from Malaysia, look Malaysia, but we also need to look globalized in the worldwide perspective. So not just only this example, just I'm sure that the employee, the manpower, so looking about the inputs. Okay, so I have experience in automotive suppliers. Okay, a lot of the supplier actually we have specific, we call that niche suppliers. Every supplier company or industry, they work to the international company to make a cooperation. So because, for example, Proton and Produa, we need to assist or support from the Malaysia industry. So Proton and Produa actually support Malaysia industry. But somehow that we don't have material and we don't have skills, so we need to cooperate and cooperation with others international company. In this matter, how that this is an example. We work from Japan. Okay, we work from Japan. A lot of the material is from Japan. So we start because the industry, automotive industry in Thailand going grow, industry automotive in Indonesia also going grow, but a little bit number from Indonesia, but the numbers of the part from the Thailand increase. And part dalam motor, kereta dah ada start dah banyak from the Thailands. Okay, so in Thailand, from Japan's, from others. Okay, so little bit I can see that the European car and US car actually use the materials or supplier from India. So we don't have experienced supplier from India. So, but from our global research, we can find that why US and Europe car actually using a part from India suppliers. So I'm studying the part also. That also part is about the price and quality. Of course, in terms of transportation issues. So that okay, we can try make it a pilots. Buy a few items from the India, then we can see that suitables and then for the performance base. Okay, that we try a few products. They say one or two products, two items. Somehow we call the items. So when we try use a pilots in terms of specific item from India, we can see that it's suitable for the Malaysia car, and then the price is lower. So this part actually you buy material, the cheaper material, but the quality is increased. This matter as a student, in order to you want to success in business or as a workers in operation management, you need thing like this. Yes, you can get material cheaper, but the quality is increased. That's matter how so I work before. Okay, so we have one operator or one workers that give suggestion is something like we need to integrate this, we need to implement this, we need to invest this, we need to innovate this. Somehow that I'm always think in terms of practical impacts. So if we invest this, how about returns? So we need increase our returns. You just request because you want to make it easy matters, but suddenly we not achieve much better. Okay, that I'm highlight last week. If you still remember that, if you buy a car, okay, what purpose? Because of the convenience, because of you want to show that this is a status quo, or so student ada kereta hebat, so you actually make some practical values. And so not tak semua lah kan, some of you maybe buy Azia instead, actually it's not buy cash using that sewa beli kan, pinjaman dengan bank, so you loan back bank. Okay, jadi for example a commitment for every month you need to pay 400 ringgit. So how you want to pay 400 ringgit per month? So you make a rent car and kereta sewa is something like that. So plus on in term of maintenance, you can get, for example, 700 ringgit per month. Plus maintenance, service, and plus whatever, you can receive nets 100 ringgit. So this month 100 ringgit. So you plan to improve. Don't think that improve 200 ringgit. So from 100 ringgit, so you want to improve next month 110 ringgit. So you just imagine that for 1 year you have around 1,200 ringgit. So maybe 2 years, 3 years, you can buy another car also. So that's part you have a car, you can commit to pay every month, then suddenly you can grow your business. Okay, dia kena going slow like that. Dia tak boleh terlalu laju, something like that. Okay. Okay, in this matter that is very good because dia buy car and untuk masukkan duit. Saya gunakan bahasa Melayu lah kan. Beli kereta bukan keluar duit tapi bagi duit masuk. Something like that lah. If you want to invest something, for in this matter lah, in this example, okay. Kalau you dah kaya raya tak apa. For in this example, you want to grow in term of you want to reduce your cost or something like that. You buy a car, you can use that car. In the same time, you can rent your car. The purpose because you want to pay for the monthly commitments, and in order also you can get free maintenance because from car rent you also can handle and you can pay also for the maintenance of car, plus you can get a net profits. Okay, so in this matter is really good. Okay, another phase also in Kuala Lumpur, for example, they buy a condo or the apartment, so they have the 3 rooms. So they just only use 1 room, another 2 room, they make it rent. So these 2 room rents actually can cover their monthly pay in the bank house loans. This happen not just only at the car, not just only about apartment, also phase in term of the office. They buy, they rent the house, what we call that, shop lot. A short lot. Okay, you need to pay 2,000 ringgits. So they renovate this shop lot to make it office partitions. So in one building, we can have 5 company on this matter. So you setting the very what we call that office space. So they have 5 company there. Maybe you can share toilet, you can share meeting rooms, so you can share whatever. So in this matter, in the part of course you can maybe cover. Yes, I need to pay every month this building for this shop lot, for example 5,000, but in this case I can renovate for the 6 office there. Okay, every other office need to pay 1,000 for our rent. So we have 5 company there pay 5,000, meaning that 5,000, meaning that you stay in the shop lot for the free matter because you can get 5,000 from that others company because they still use the same building, the same shop lot to reduce a cost and something like that. For example, if I'm start the business, so I don't have enough money. If I want to rent one building shop lot, I don't have enough money. Why? I just share one building to with the others company in order to reduce the cost. If I'm success, my business is grow, it's okay. I can buy also or rent one shop lot in order to make it business grow. Okay, somehow that yes, our topic is about the global. Somehow I give another example to make sure that you actually understand. I'm not sure ada dekat sini student yang boleh berfikir macam tu. Okay, for example, you need to find rumah sewa yang ada dekat Tanjung Malim ni yang ada bilik, for example. So you terus sewakan rumah itu dengan satu owner. For example, you pay for what we call that 1,000, and let's say like rumah tu RM1,000. So for example, that kat dalam rumah tu boleh kongsi bilik, something like that. So everyone yang duduk dalam rumah tu, you nak ambil dalam 6 orang. Termasuk kita 6 orang. So all the occupied in this house is 6 people. So everyone per head need to pay 200 ringgit and 2 ringgit. So the other 5 your friend need to pay 200 ringgit. So 200, 1,000. So you stay in the ad hoc, but you no need to pay because you can what we call that, you can pay to the house owner, rent 1,000 ringgit from you invite your friend to stay in this house. That somehow that if you want to work in this environment, somehow that we call that services. Services also you need to smart do this matter something. So in this era technology, this modern environment, many things you need to learn about the globalized. Okay, somehow that yes, I know that everyone work in the online matters, and you can buy the item from the China just only the online. You can go to many platform online right now. So they have, you can compare the per unit cost easily. So which one cheaper, which one faster, which one is good condition, which one the quality. So this a work on the global. So nowadays, if you want to learn about global, it's easier. But please careful about scam. And so reason a globalized also, they have many threatens our business also in our operation, because we face the fake and the scam business. And this matter also be careful somehow. Okay, I give you example. This is not global, just example scam. Okay, somehow you have very close friends. Okay, your close friend. For example, this subject. But in this subject, we have how many? 42s. Okay, maybe you not save all numbers, phone numbers. Maybe dalam ni kan, Ainin Sofia, mungkin dia tak save nombor Fatin, Nadia, Mashita. Dia not save. But they know that this is our friend, but not all number your friend you save. Okay, let's say Ainin Sofia, you receive one WhatsApp from Fatin. Tapi you tak save nombor Fatin, tapi you know that dia Fatin lah. So you tengok dekat what we call that WhatsApp picture, that ni gambar Fatin or something like that. So Fatin request that they have troubles, they have emergency, they request to borrow our money, maybe 200 ringgit or 100 ringgit. Let's say 100 ringgit. 100 ringgit to Ainin. So you Fatin mentioned that I have problem, my card have problem. Can you pay in through my mom numbers? Mak dia kan. Jadi kita tahu kawan kita susah, Ainin dengan Fatin kawan baik. So bukan selalu pun Fatin minta duit, in something like that. Okay, that Fatin minta duit tapi they have problem in term dia bank card, so dia send the card from their mother and their mom. So Ainin tak tahu nama mak dia, and Ainin tak tahu nama nak, Ainin just to need to help dan send a money to the mother's Fatin numbers. Okay, suddenly is actually scam. Nama katalah Fatin, nama mak dia Farida. You back in number, account nama Farida. But Fatin, bila you see a Fatin, Fatin kata nama mak dia bukan Farida. So somehow that if you face this case, some learning experience is more important. And let's say lah this scam activities kan. So Ainin, let's say katakan Fatin kata if your friend actually request this matter, Ainin kena call Fatin. So I need the first information in operation to make sure that betul ke nombor Fatin ni? This is the right numbers Fatins. Okay, Fatin, nama mak kau siapa? And you need to call the right persons. Betul ni Fatin yang cakap ni, that you specific kena tanya Fatin, nama mak kau siapa? Kenapa? Ada orang scam ni, dia mengaku jadi kau, that dia give another numbers, that nama mak dia berbeza dengan nama kau. Jadi itu yang kalau tanya sekarang ni, trace sekarang ni aktiviti scam yang adalah a lot of scam. So Malaysia a lot of empathy people, and tunjuk gambar sedih kaki kena potong, something like that. So and minta bantuan sikit je kan. Then this agenda also, the scam tu dia tak minta banyak, dia minta RM50, dia minta RM100, something like that. Okay, it's good in terms of technology, social media, online, international, but somehow we need to increase our knowledge and experience also, in order you face a challenge and what we call that the threaten from nowadays technology. So make sure we can success and we can grow for the right track and right growth matters, going to the process by process. So when we works in globalize, also the most important thing, number one, improve the supply chain, reduce cost and exchange rate risk, improve operation, understand market, improve product, attract and retain global talent. Okay, just we cover one slide for 1 hour for this chapter 2. So chapter 2 is about actually discuss about operation and globalization. So I just go through this very important slide, but you can learn many methods from this slide to understand about the reason of globalize. Okay, improve the supply chain, reduce cost, some more detail. But I just to focus on these 6 methods to clearly understand why we need global, why we need some cooperation from the international industry, international peoples, international technology, in order we improve time to time our business, our knowledge also can get our skill and increase our experience also in order to deal with people. So how that's the things that we discuss after next class, maybe we discuss about the communication, how that very important communication linking in order to get the strategic feedback, not just only for the customer, for the supplier also. Okay, any questions? And kita cuma ada cover sejam je today. So if you have any questions, still can ask in the WhatsApp groups. Still, if you need to ask right now, you can ask. Okay. Ada soalan nak tanya? Minta maaf lah because this week just only for 1 hours so I tak boleh cover by semalam tak boleh cover by Monday. So next week I hope so we can cover on Monday. So we can cover 2 hours for this subject. Okay, ada soalan nak tanya? So ada dekat bahagian chat. So far no question tak ada. Okay, so I hope so that this sharing will be increase our understanding, so relate current right now. So we actually start the endemics, so everyone can fly, can work in the global against. So in terms of knowledge also, we don't have limitation, so we also need to increase our knowledge to make it ready. So you should be ready works, and we can work in the operation line. Doesn't matter in Malaysia or international. If you want to success as the workers, we not afraid and we not fear about the international matter. I hope so. This knowledge will be increase our knowledge on the operation management, especially in globalization. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Thank you very much. So we meet again for the next week. Okay. Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera.
Thank you.
Terima kasih doktor.
Terima kasih doktor.
Terima kasih doktor.
Terima kasih, doktor.
Terima kasih doktor.
Thank you doktor.